So welcome back, guys, and this is gonna be another one sent in by some lovely individuals in the SCPH community. Apparently in this session we didn't really get much from many people, but we got much from single people, that's for sure, from certain people. We got a lot from Extinct, we got a lot from Mizzle, we got a lot from Krioni, who is featured right now, and we got one from Mr. G-Boy. So after this one, we will actually do something a little special. It's still gonna be a SCPH replay cast, but it will be from the quarantine tournament, one of the rounds that we weren't able to do. I'll just pick one from random and look for names that we haven't been able to feature in our setup. Anyway though, introducing first, on the eastern side of Purity and Industry, it is the Red Protoss of Krioni. Is that Loco? I think that's Loco. Krioni is a world traveler, that's for sure. He's been playing in a lot of different regions, with a lot of different accounts, and has been a pretty solid fan of the stream as well as the SCPH community. So shout outs to Krioni about that one, sending in a number of replays. I told him like, oh, you can go crazy with how many replays he sent, and he did. So now I have to pick which ones I actually like from him, which ones that I feel like are gonna be on a higher level or excitement. And this is gonna be one of them that the game says, hey, here you go, pick this one. And sure, why not? His opponent though, on the top part of Purity and Industry, on the north side, it is gonna be the blue Zerg of KikutaKnight. So Zerg versus Protoss here on Purity and Industry. And we'll see if it's gonna be any air shenanigans into this one. A very far expansion here from KikutaKnight. He immediately doesn't go for his natural, he goes for his third, he goes for the one all the way on the top left, and you can see that this Zerg really just wants to play it safe as much as possible. Spawning pool gonna be coming online as well. I believe that this is just gonna be a hatchery coming online first and foremost here for KikutaKnight. In the meantime though, for Krioni, more and more of those assimilators trying to double pump that gas, and Krioni feeling very confident that he does have a stable wall in front. Did Krioni get the scanning information? Yes, he does. He knows that there is going to be a third base there on the top left. And KikutaKnight even going to go for a second here and now onto his natural. So, for KikutaKnight might have been a little bit of a fake. Just be like, hey, I'm not going to go for a expansion. I'm going to go for a pull first. I'm going to really put you under pressure. But since Krioni was able to see that third base all the way on the top left, well, it has turned the information game in favor of our Protoss. Anyway though, it seems like Adept's gonna be into the field, and yes, Purity and Industry meet Stargate. Stargate, meet this map. And here on Purity and Industry, well, these maps do have a pretty small distance to get on over to the other side, and some really well placed air units might make all the difference. We'll see though how this is gonna pan out. I've never seen anyone take that island base. Highly unfortunate, honestly. It would be really cool to have an island base situation, but it is what it is, and this is what the ladder is all about. Now for KikutaKnight, his modus operandi, his plan is basically to just saturate his bases, have a huge macro advantage, and keep on keeping on with the income. At the same time though, he knows that he has to go for attack just a little bit, and he will try to get a few Zerglings to the other side. Still with 3 hatcheries, he's gonna try to get 3 queens into this one, 2 of them already in place. In the meantime, on to the forefront we go, and the Zerglings will decide to try and get the poke on over to the opposite end. But the Adepts, of course, very good on this defense, throwing those glaives on. No real micro here now for KikutaKnight to realize the situation. Gonna be backing on out. A little bit of reset on both sides, but here for Krioni, he's very secure with his 2 bases. Now Krioni, not one to be left behind. He knows that his opponent is going to be going for such a greedy build, and he will send in some Phoenixes instead to do the scouting information and a little bit of dirty work all the way. Time for the cleanup onto the Overlords, making sure that KikutaKnight will have to invest heavily in getting those flyers up on top. In the meantime, KikutaKnight even going for the Spore Crawlers immediately after the scout there from the Overlord. But Krioni doesn't really care. He's looking around the map to make sure that he can pop those balloons as much as possible, just to make some children very sad as these Overlords getting destroyed up in the air. And the Phoenixes right now. So we saw him earlier on play the Phoenixes on the Mike Hawk game. This time it is going to be all these birds of a feather staying and playing together. Roam facility though gonna get built. KikutaKnight sees that one coming. Krioni in the meantime still doesn't go for the kill onto the Overlord, but finally it's gonna be time to get that shut down. More and more Phoenix coming online here and now. Krioni really pressuring KikutaKnights to use those eggs onto something else. And that is where it lies, with these Phoenixes mopping the floor out of those Overlords. KikutaKnight pretty behind in the working out, surprisingly enough. He's on 3 base, but since he's not really getting as many eggs as he wants in the first place, well, it hasn't really panned out for him. Finally though, this is going to be a cycle that pops open, and look how quick the drone count leads on up. 44 drones right now to 42 prods. Krioni unable to really capitalize on the drone situation, but in the meantime, he still has those Phoenixes flying around. They're not concaving over to the west hand side. It's time to get the kills onto the Overlords, and with Mass Phoenix, he can actually put in some pressure onto these bases. One good Graviton Beam, gonna lift that Queen up, and we'll get that takedown. We'll see though how this is gonna pan out. Zergling's gonna be there as well. Here comes Lift already, getting the shots all over. And his poor Queen, unable to get anything done, will get taken down. Apparently the sky is falling, and with it, the bits of the Queen gonna drop down. Mass Phoenix. For me, I love Phoenixes. They are a fun unit to use. They strafe around, they move around, they get the shots, they sound really cool. They have laser beams, and they embody anything that you can say about the Protoss, especially with their tech. Look at that Graviton Beam though, getting a lift onto 1, make that 2. All of that those disables here and now. And the real question is, what is going to be up to here for KikutaKnight? He doesn't have any anti-air whatsoever besides the Spore Crawlers. The Queen's trying to come on that. And it's going to be very, very frustrating here for our Zerg player. But he's going to lose one already. Krioni's going to lose one of these Phoenixes because Spore Crawler getting the hits all throughout. Krioni has to be very careful with that micro, but he's just letting it be. And now 2 of these Phoenixes going to go down to the Crawler, make it potentially a number 3. One more shot doesn't do it. Eventually, though, reinforcements have arrived, and there's more damage being done yet again. Finally, Hydra then being built here and now by KikutaKnights, but another instance where he's supply blocked. There is no rest for the wicked, and there is no stopping the killing of these Overlords. In the meantime, talking about the ground right now, we are going to get those resonating glaives, all about the attack speed here and now, increasing that DPS, and sentries looking to march as well. Significant damage done already by Krioni, making sure those Queens weren't going to be anywhere, and forcing the eggs to turn into something else. Seems like KikutaKnight did not expect something like that, and did not put his Overlords in a protective slate. Anyway though, this might be the coming storm. Advantage here for Krioni right now, 55 army to 34. Sure, he's on 2 base versus 3, but he does get a 3rd one immediately as we said that. Probes already transitioning on in. Here we go with the brawl already. Adepts in the meantime just tanking things up from those Zerglings, and the sentries providing covering support as well. Now the Shade's gonna look on over to go to the other side. In the meantime, Hydras are into play, but the Graviton Beam gonna be able to mop the floor out of everything yet again. Here comes the Adepts right now doing its damage. It means to be done. Resonating Glaives looking beautiful in a matchup like this. And onto the main base we go. Onto more and more picks, and onto more damage here for Krioni, taking care of the Overlords yet again. Onto the main base right now, destroying all the workers in that mineral line. And this is looking to be it. Finally, the exodus, the migration of these Overlords, but they are gonna be a season too late, and winter is upon us. Everything dying left, right, and center. Here comes the Shades yet again, and the Adepts right now haunting those drones everywhere and anywhere. Hydras though in behind right now, cleaning up those Phoenixes, but by this point in time, it's really just gonna be about these Adepts in the first place. Supply block yet again here for KikutaKnight. Can't build anything whatsoever besides Overlords, and you can see the problem. You can see that KikutaKnight has been forced to do one thing all throughout the game, and is build Overlords, build Overlords, build Overlords. GG is called. The greed gets punished, and victory goes over to Krioni. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, another one under our books. Krioni with a beautiful use of the Phoenix. And there you go, popping those Overlords, making sure that no one's gonna be going home with a balloon.